American Indians lived here before Europeans arrived. Some of the Indian tribes we can mention are Cherokee, Apache, and Navajo. The main reason colonists came was because of freedom. On the other hand, Africans were taken to America to be sold as slaves. There were 13 original states. Three of them are New York, New Hampshire, and New Jersey. A reason why colonists fought the British was because of high taxes. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. Independence was adopted on July 4 of 1776. The Declaration of Independence said the United States is free and everyone has the right of life and liberty. In 1787, the Constitution was written at the Constitutional Convention. James Madison is one of the writers of the Federalist Papers that supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It sets up the government with the basic principles and structure of how the government works. Three words define the Constitution with the idea of self-government. We the people. A change or an addition to the Constitution is called an amendment. The Constitution has 27 amendments. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution are called the Bill of Rights. They were created to protect individual liberties and limit the power of the government over the people. The First Amendment is all about freedoms and rights: freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition the government. And what is freedom of religion? You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. In the United States, the rule of law is everyone must follow the law, and the economic system is a capitalist economy. Some important figures are Benjamin Franklin, famous for being a U.S. diplomat, and George Washington, the father of our country and the first president. In 1803, the United States bought Louisiana from France. The Civil War was fought by the United States in the 1800s. It was the U.S. war between the North and the South. Slavery was one of the problems that led to the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves after he declared the Emancipation Proclamation. Susan B. Anthony fought for women's rights. In the 1900s, the U.S. fought in World War I. Woodrow Wilson was the president. During the Great Depression and World War II, Franklin Roosevelt was president. The United States fought Germany, Japan, and Italy in World War II. Eisenhower was a general in World War II before he was president. Communism was the main concern of the United States during the Cold War. The Civil Rights Movement tried to end racial discrimination. Martin Luther King Jr. fought for civil rights. On September 11 of 2001, terrorists attacked the United States. It was a major event. The government in the United States is divided in three branches. First, there is the executive branch. The president is in charge of it. Second, there is the legislative branch, known as Congress, who makes federal laws. And third, represented by the courts, there is the judicial branch that reviews laws. Checks and balances stop one branch of the government from becoming too powerful. The U.S. Congress is divided in two parts, the Senate and House. There are 100 senators, and they are elected for 6 years. They represent all people of the state. You will find the senators that represent your state in the link in the description. The House of Representatives has 435 voting members. We elect them for 2 years. Some states have more representatives than other states because of the state's population. The link in the description can help you find your representative. Some powers belong to the states under a constitution. One of them is to give a driver's license. Another is to provide protection. Find the governor of your state in the link in the description, also the capital of your state. We vote for president in November. We elect the president for 4 years. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. The president signs bills to become laws. He also vetoes bills. The president is the commander-in-chief of the military. If the president can no longer serve, the vice president becomes the president. J.D. Vance is the vice president. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, the Speaker of the House becomes president. Mike Johnson is the Speaker of the House. The president's cabinet advises the president. 2 cabinet-level positions are Secretary of Education and Secretary of Defense. To print money is one power of the federal government under our Constitution. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States. There are 9 justices in the Supreme Court. John Roberts is the chief of the Supreme Court. The 2 major political parties in the United States are Democratic and Republican. The President of the United States is a Republican. One of the 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote is citizens 18 and older can vote. It is also how old citizens have to be to vote for president. To vote in a federal election is a right and a responsibility only for United States citizens. 2 rights of everyone living in the United States are freedom of speech and freedom of religion. We show loyalty to the United States when we say the Pledge of Allegiance. Be loyal to the United States is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen. 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy are vote and call senators and representatives. The last day you can send in federal income tax forms is April 15. All men must register for the Selective Service at age 18. When you study the geography explored in civics, you will find that one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States is the Mississippi River. In the West Coast, the Pacific Ocean is located, and in the East Coast, the Atlantic Ocean is there. The United States has 5 territories. Puerto Rico is one of them. 13 states border Canada. Maine is one of them. And 4 states border Mexico. California is one. The capital of the country is Washington, D.C. In New York, you will find the Statue of Liberty. The American flag is a very important symbol. It has 13 stripes because there were 13 original colonies. And it has 50 stars because there is 1 star for each state. The Star-Spangled Banner is the name of the national anthem. We celebrate Independence Day on July 4. And 2 of the national holidays are New Year's Day and Christmas.